Hey there guys, so we're going to be doing an unboxing day of what I have right here. We'll be showcasing this thing right here in just a few minutes. But also, just to let you guys know, I'll be also showing you guys the older phones here. I have the S8, 28, or I'm sorry, 28, S8 and the S20 right here. And we are going to be unboxing the S21 right here. So, without further ado though, Mark's going to showcase some stuff here he has going on.
Yeah, welcome guys. So this is a revamp from number 1 of our episodes of our we got the S20 type upgrade. So welcome back. Thanks for joining. All right, so here we have the X Cover Pro released in 2020. All right, we have the Note 10 Plus released in 2019. This is flagship model. And then we have the S21 Ultra. So today we're going to be comparing a lot of things. We're going to be comparing devices. We're going to be comparing how they look, the aesthetics, and as well as what they can do. So today we're going to start with a screen protector unboxing and application. But first we're going to go ahead and let Michael explain to us what he's got there in that box. So let's see what you got in that box there, Michael.
Yes, like this is actually going to be the first time that I get the full-on flagship, because as I was saying before, this right here is the S8, but this is just the regular S8. This right here was the S20, but just the S20. If you guys didn't know before, I was always a Boost user, so these are only the biggest flagships that Boost would allow me to get. Now, I am no longer a Boost user customer. I am using a different thing, Mint Mobile. I would definitely tell you guys to go out there and try Mint Mobile. Both me and Mark here are using Mint Mobile, and it's just been great. We're using it for our tablet, however, and we're also using it for our flagship phones we have here. So with that being done, that I was able to actually get Mint Mobile, it's allowing me to actually get an unlocked phone. So this is the first time ever that I'm getting an actual true unlocked phone that is the highest quality you can buy, which is the S21 Ultra. So it's pretty insane. So here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and take my my knife here.
Now this is from Samsung themselves, right? This is not through a third-party manufacturer, or I mean,
no,
from a third-party seller, right?
Yeah. No, I actually didn't even get this through Amazon or anything crazy like that. This is actually direct from the Samsung themselves. So this is the first time I've ever bought a Samsung product directly through it. And I'm sorry that you're seeing some flickering. I have a secondary camera here that I'm just trying out to capture this whole event happening here. But we're gonna go ahead and open this up here.
Hey guys, I'm gonna be enjoying a root beer float this entire stream, so you guys can enjoy it with me. Unfortunately, you're not here, so.
And also, guys, if you
revamp number 1.
And also, guys, if you do decide though to use the Samsung website, right now they're having a special promotion to where I'm actually able to trade back in my S20 to use some money difference, so I didn't have to pay the full flagship for this phone, because this is an expensive phone.
It's $1,200. So right now they are throwing their sale though, their spring sale, which is $1,000 for the phone. So, oh wow, look at that nice.
Wow, this is actually pretty interesting looking in here. If you this says the Samsung right here. Look at this interesting wrapping that's in this thing. It's in some sort of like paper mache. I don't even know here. I'll put this into the other camera view here so you can actually see this thing a little bit here. Let me actually.
I want to give every user epilepsy warning.
Yeah, sorry about the secondary camera here that I'm using. I just wanted you guys to kind of see what was going on here. But yeah, this is pretty unique. Wow, I've never seen this kind of wrapping type style. Yeah, this is actually, this is pretty. Wow, these things definitely get smaller and smaller, these boxes they give you. So wow, if you take out all this paper mache, I'm just gonna throw it behind me here. Wow, look at this thing. Wow, there's a big S, as you can see, right up in there, and then it says 21 through it. Oh, yep, 21. There's his box right there. So that is actually pretty nifty here. Let's see here, bill of sale is just some crazy stuff they tell you there. about Samsung. So it actually says Samsung on it, which is really, excuse me there, really cool. A little bit more things I have to do here. There's two little stickers I have to click right there, and look at that. It says unlocked. I'm sorry, you probably can't see from that camera. We'll move it over to the other one for you. But it says unlocked by Samsung. So it's official unlocked by Samsung. This is right here. It says the Galaxy S21 Ultra Plus. I'm sorry if you guys can't see that, but that's what it says right there, is the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra 5G right there. So let me go ahead and switch back.
Yes, guys. It's real nice. Real good quality. So
let's see what exactly
on our device. It seems like he's using too big of a knife for himself, but that's his unboxing knife, everybody. So, like I said, we're beginners. So if he loses his hand today, you know, this is all beginner stream.
Hey, you gotta be crazy when you're an unboxer. You know, you gotta have something just crazy. You gotta do something that makes no sense. You know. So we're gonna put this back before I decide to slit my throat. All right. Okay. Safely tucked away. I'm gonna flip this over nicely. Again, I'm sorry about the flickering here with the stream, but okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and slide this off. Whoop. Uh-oh, we're open. The Galaxy has lifted. Okay, so what do you see when you look inside there? Which you can see this, which I'm gonna go ahead and switch back to, where you can see a little more up here because it's just a little bit more less flickering. Sorry about that, guys. So this is actually just like a piece of paper. It says Samsung. They put that over. And there it is. There's the phone, like right away, like bam, in your face.
They're really reducing their carbon emissions and every, their waste. So now they're actually including less.
So I take out the phone, and wow, I'm not.
So this is your first time even playing with it because you've never even touched it.
I have never went to anywhere, never even looked at the phone. I just literally saw my friend got one, and I just heard it was out, and I was like, holy crap, how can I get one? And I was like so excited because. Thank goodness I'm not a Boost, because as far as I know, I don't even think Boost even is carrying this phone yet. I haven't heard anything about that yet, though, but who really cares? This is unlocked, and we're using an unlocked person who can handle it. I believe, though, also, Mark, you can probably use this for anything. You probably could put track phone here, couldn't you, with the unlocked version?
Yes.
So, guys, you guys out there who have track phone, have anything like that, you can just go ahead and bloop, bloop, and then you may have to do something updating, but the best thing about Mint Mobile that we both love is you can literally SIM swap as of right now, without any repercussions of having to, do a whole bunch of, switching over and activation, anything insane. And it's only, $15 a month if you want unlimited talk, text, and 4 gigs of data. It's $20 a month if you want, 10 gigs right now, which is what I have, that plan. And then you get the unlimited talk and text. But my friend here, he has a deal for the 30 where you can go ahead and get fully unlimited, which I may decide to go ahead and go for that. And by no means, we're not promoting like Mint Mobile, like they're not paying us for it. But I mean, we definitely think you should definitely go out there and try it out.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, what else is in this thing right here? So I'm just gonna set this beauty right back down here on this table. Be careful.
Actually, nothing. Yeah, so you're actually only gonna get a cord.
Well,
unfortunately.
Okay. They give you this. Okay. There's your SIM pick. Okay, that's your SIM pick apparently. Right there. Is there anything else inside of here? Okay. Okay. I'm guessing this is there.
Your USB is USB-C cord, and that's all you get.
Wow.
Samsung's really reducing what they give you. It's kind of like an Apple thing, but then again, they are trying to be helpful to the environment. So.
Well, I find it funny though, because as you were telling me earlier when you got it though, go ahead and tell us what you were talking about with how I'll switch you over to you, and you can tell us about what the big deal was that Samsung was upset with Apple, and then when they went ahead and did it themselves.
Yeah, they're all upset about the charging port, the charger port. So. They were all criticizing, we still include that, I mean, if you guys remember, with the Note series and all the old phones, Samsung was always priding themselves on how you can remove the battery. And then they followed Apple's footsteps. But then again, when they followed Apple's footsteps, their phones became more waterproof than anybody else's. So, you really have to take that downfall for that uprising. So, but yeah, that's what we got going on. So, I mean, Samsung's really just getting their things moving. I think this year they've really themselves on this product. As you can see, he's playing with his new. you got the 3 cameras, and then actually another one right here and 2 sensors. So it's real nice. You got a frosted glass finish, real nice. And then you also have a 2x AMOLED display. So you're getting a real nice reflection there, so you can see some fingerprints. Fingerprints really do stick to that. But regardless of that, it's a good phone. I think it's amazing. You get that real nice crisp display. And let's see what Michael thinks about it. Let's see what he's going through his head right now to.
Yeah, this thing's actually pretty neat. I'm actually gonna. I mean, does this thing come powered out of the box? Do we know this yet?
Yes, it should.
Okay,
yes.
Let's go ahead. So
it looks like battery.
It looks like it's pretty much the basic thing. There's the volume up, volume down. There's your side button. One thing I was about to say that. One thing I noticed here is that there's none of that darn Bixby. I don't know how you guys feel about Bixby, but I hate Bixby. They had it on the S20, the S8, and they had it on the S20 that I've had, and I did not like it. I never even used it. I always disabled that feature. So let's go ahead and see if this thing would actually
the thing is that you could reprogram that button, but people have not.
Oh,
now you will. Now you will be upset that you still have to deal with Bixby to shut off the phone until you change the settings. So you still have to hold the power and the shut off to get the Bixby to power off the phone. so you do actually have to change that setting still.
That's ridiculous.
So as you can see, that crisp display is booting up.
Says starting Android.
We'll go over some things. The durable phone, I can probably say, if you guys are looking for a mid-range flagship that's real rough, I've dropped this phone about 22 times, from ladders, from stairs, just in here working when I was redoing my man cave here. It takes good photos too. It's got a dual camera with an LED flash, real bright. You can activate it with this button here on the side, the 3rd button. And what's really nice about this phone is you can actually take it off. And this phone is fully waterproof. But what's nice is you can really get that battery out of there. You get full access to everything, and it's fully waterproof. Oh, QI wireless charging and NFC. So you're getting all the high-end specs for this that you expect out of their main flagships. Just a little bit more durable and rugged. But definitely a recommendation. It's $499 on Amazon. It's unlocked, and you can use it on Verizon and all the other networks. Then if we're going to go over here, before we get to our S21. This was the flagship that I loved, the Note 10 Plus. Fantastic phone, 3 cameras. I mean, when it came out, it was great. I mean, I can't, the size, the feel, the premium glass that you're really feeling on that. But I think the biggest downside of this was the square design. I've broken this phone 10 times, and I put it through just as much tests as this one, and it seems it failed. So I would say if you're a business guy, the Note series, any Note series is going to be more for you. I mean, even if you're really big into entertainment media, I still would recommend this. I mean, I would recommend this, but I wouldn't recommend it for someone who's on the go. Maybe if you're a guy or a woman, you're working in an office environment all day, then that's probably something I would recommend for. But otherwise, 12 gigs of RAM, same as the S21 Ultra. I mean, you had the 256 storage. I mean, this thing was busting, It has good graphics in it. It has everything you expect, but just not durable. And then we'll get on to our S series here. So we really are taking a serious step here, because we're going from the X-Cover Pro series to the Note 10 series, and then the S series. Now Michael here, he's been with the S series the whole time. I've really fluctuated that series. I've had the S7, and then I jumped to the S10. S10 I can officially say was a fantastic product. But then I really just jumped from the Note to the Ultra series, because the S21 Ultra was the biggest step. Now, Michael, what's your opinions on how these series go? Because you have the S8, right, and the S20. So
Yes,
you stuck with the S series the entire time. I've kind of tried their 3 different types of series here. You really just stuck with the S's.
Exactly. Yeah, I've stuck with the S's, but I really have had no complaints. I mean, I think the biggest thing was I'm not too sure if it had to do a lot with me getting these series from a Boost store or not. The biggest gripes I have was, the weird thing was with the S8. The S8, I've had some weird, strange things with it. I mean, of course, both of these, they actually have all been broken by unintended attentions by me. But the thing that I find interesting, though, was before this particular, the S8 was broken, where I had dropped it, and I had insurance, but for some reason, you know, insurance has ended on both of these things. Oh, the phone's making noises. That there was a weird line pattern. that there was a weird line pattern that started to develop. It was like looked like almost like a scratchy TV type signal, and it went across the middle of this. And then also was a weird thing where half the screen was like a yellow and the other half was like white. And this happened before I dropped it. This was like maybe about 2 months after I bought this thing brand new. So like, I don't know though if I can really blame Samsung or if there was an issue. And before I had a chance to do it, something happened to where for some reason times got tough to where I canceled my insurance, and then like a day later dropped the phone, and boom, big old crack on here to where I'm just like, whatever. And then if, you know, I actually dealt with this phone, had some bleeding going on, and I dealt with this phone all the way from the freaking 8 series all the way to the 20 series, where I got this bad boy right here.
You skipped the 10 series. I got the 10 series. So I hit the middle. So you tried the beginner after the S7. So you tried the newest type of displays they were doing with the S8, and then you kind of jumped straight to the S20. See, I went from the S7 to the S10 and then to the S21. So I kind of did a multi-step there. You did like that 2-step. You did 2-step. I did a 3-step from the sounds of it. Now, what was your previous phone before the S8 though? Now, what were you using before that? Because that would be your stepping stones.
Yeah, this was pretty much the first time I actually had some real money in my pocket to where I could go spend, and I really only had enough money in the basket to put in for this one, and I couldn't really afford to get anything, you know, later on, and I really hadn't, you know, this was a phone that's supposed to last me, you know, a couple years. But what I had before, which is what, I mean, even with the crack and stuff, I still dealt with it, and I still got by because that's all I needed to have. But I mean, previously before that though, I actually had a lot of the LG series, like the LG Volt. I had the LG Stylo a couple times. I had a lot of those, which would be considered the flagship for those particular brandings of it. Well, I guess not really like a flagship of LG, but like with what they came out with, how it was like, oh, these were like those are the top.
Did you ever have the G series at all? Did you ever have the G series at all? The number 1 G series? Those were the flagships.
The flagship ones that they offered at Boost, because Boost doesn't always offer the greatest, you know, things you can get out there until later on in dates to where they start actually really being, you know, productive and actually giving things out there more progressive to it. That really the most flagship thing you could buy there was like the LG Volt. I had the LG Volt, LG Volt 2, and then I had the LG Stylos like 1, 2, and 3 going up, whatever, until finally, whatever, I was like, I really want a Samsung. But see, the thing was, the Samsung ones they had the knockoff Samsung. Those ones are like it wasn't the A series. It was like I think it was like the XJR or something, like the weird. Remember they had those weird letter ones? I can't remember the exact. There was weird letter ones they made. I can't remember off the top of my head of Samsung that they had there, but they were really just
you're
like
talking about their phones. Okay.
Yeah, they were just crappy.
They had the J series.
Yeah, the J series. That's what it was. Just crappy phones where the specs where it's like every time the Stylo actually overperformed almost, or some of the other ones. I mean, Samsung I think did do a little better with the camera ring with it, but you know, for other things that was on there, it was like, you're not really getting a whole lot for the money for it. And then they finally came out with this thing. This was the first flagship phone for Samsung that they released at Boost Mobile. So I picked this up, and that's why I was kind of stuck with it for a while there. And then what happened was, I had bought this one later on, years later, when this became the big old star of the show. But there's a crazy story behind this now. Now you see, this was actually produced by Sprint, but Sprint pretty much sold it to Boost. They had like a partnership. Right. Well, as you know, everything through the pipeline freaking fell down to where Sprint is now, to T-Mobile and everything like that. And T-Mobile said they weren't going to make a deal with Boost no more. They said, we're not making no deal with you guys. So what happened is that they actually dropped my plan. They actually dropped my service and said, no more to you, or because they said that this phone is only through Sprint towers of how it can operate. This is not a CMDA like how the all Boost phones are. This used the different tower systeming.
If you guys need any reference, that's equivalent to Verizon. So
yeah, and you can't go over to that area with this phone. So pretty much what Boost said, they just threw their hands up, and after that was like less than 6 months after buying, I spending over $1,300 for this phone. I bought this thing brand spanking new. In less than 6 months, all this went through where it was like, holy crap, what's going on? And through all of that, I ended up having to go over to T-Mobile and actually having I purchased the T-Mobile fancy plan they had. I had it for only 1 month. T-Mobile, I don't know if it's just my area. I live in Lake County in Florida.
Area.
Yeah, I don't know if it's this area, what's going on though, dude. But with even being 5G, however, I had the 5G plan through T-Mobile. I was getting the full potential you can get for this phone through T-Mobile, whatever. I was paying like $70, a month for this dang phone. Well, for only 1 month I paid for that because everywhere I went, I wasn't getting any service. It was call dropping, call this, call, and I was like, I had better service at Boost Mobile than this. I'm like, this is crazy.
Really to think about this though, you got both phones from Boost Mobile, and your phones have all had weird wonky issues. I'm almost wondering if they sold the low-end Samsung devices to Boost and like those other third-party companies. Because you think about it, it's like Walmart and Best Buy. Best Buy actually has better products than Walmart because Walmart does get like kind of the cheaper, like let's just say it's the same components, but they're a little bit cheaply made. Like they're not made to last as long. So I wonder if like that's the same concept. Well, it's Boost. Their customers aren't really going to buy, but they do. They might take the hit, so they're going to charge more. You know what I mean? So if you think about it, that's the S20. This is the S21 Ultra. That's not even the S20 Ultra. This is only $1,200 new, and that's $1,300 when it came out. So you can really see where Samsung really let people know, like, hey, we're not doing that anymore. We're going to make sure we do it right. But I wonder if you're going to have, I don't think you're going to have any issues since we both have these both unlocked from Samsung, from quality buyers. So see, I bought mine from Best Buy, and then he bought his from Samsung. So the biggest difference with mine is I just bought mine open box. Someone looked at it, didn't like it. They're an iPhone user. What can you expect? They actually switched out. They literally opened the box, took a picture of the iMac area, and put it back in the box. And then Best Buy gave it another discount, their spring discount. So instead of paying $1,000 for it, which is a spring sale, I got an additional Best Buy discount and only paid $800 total for the whole purchase. So really good deal. Brand new phone, nothing wrong. I had everything with it. Obviously still had all the accessories, the little screen protectors and stuff for that. And but yeah, I hope to see one hell of a difference by buying unlocked instead of buying because I had issues with this phone, and this was purchased through Sprint originally. So I'm really curious to see on what kind of issues we're going to run into not having a provider, or if any issues at all. So really kind of curious to see that. So,
and also just
some good stuff.
And also, just to kind of put in reference also was, so pretty much after I had left this one, see, I wasn't too sure if this phone was unlocked or not unlocked over, but we actually ended up going a whole nother route, which I did want to kind of throw that in there real quick, was that we actually, this is not exactly my first Samsung unlocked device, but this is my first phone unlocked device. It's going to be an actual cellular... But this right here, both Mark and me both actually got. This is the Samsung Galaxy Tab 6 Lite cellular. This was an international unlock that we both went ahead and got, and we were using this. And this was doing great for phone calls and for, I mean, this was incredible for internet. I actually think it has special. I think it actually has. Yeah, for $300. I mean, if you guys aren't really heavy phone users, and you,
$300.
Yeah. I mean, so if you want something that's on the go, that you could talk, whatever, you can throw your Mint Mobile that we're talking about right in this thing. You can make phone calls by yourself at your piece like this. You can make all your phone calls you want, whatever. And if not, it's defaulted for speakerphone. And it's, dude, it is loud and crisp. I mean, you can hear, music and stuff on there has Dolby Atmos built into it.
A good entertainment package.
Yes. Yeah, I'm not gonna get rid of this damn thing. And the cool thing is that for any reason, the cool thing also with these new phones, which I don't know if we haven't mentioned yet before, but the new Samsungs here, they actually have the SIM card slot on the bottom versus the top. of how all the other ones, which is a S20, and I actually have the S8 right in front of me.
And the 10 Plus is on the top.
It's on the top.
No, this one's excluded. It's inside.
One feature, though, that I did discover from talking with Mark, though, is there's a little something you should know about that's missing in that SIM card slot. And I'll go ahead and let you talk about that.
Well, no more expandable storage. They went away with it. A lot of people weren't really caring about it. I mean, very few people even still did it. So they just went ahead and canceled it. Do I blame them? No, but I feel like with their new 4K steady footage they got going on now, it's equivalent to action camera. I feel like they should have probably left it in there just for the fact that people might be really getting some good videos on it. But then again, even with 128 gigs base model like I don't think there's gonna be any problems, especially if you record like an hour worth. Be fine with what you have, and once you transfer it off, you can delete it. So
well, the biggest thing that I could see, which, I mean, the battery life, of course, with these kinds of phones, you're probably going to run out of battery before you run out of space with it. But just to kind of put you guys in reference for mine-wise, is it's 256 gigs of data, whatever, that if you have a card that does that, that can only handle 24 hours of 1080p or 12 hours of full 4K. Now, this phone can handle 8K, so what does that leave you down to? Is that 6 or is that 3? I don't know if 8K uses up like triple that or what.
4 hours probably.
Probably about 4 hours. So if you were actually
remember, but you're really not getting a full 128 either. So you're really getting about 100. So maybe about 2 to 3 hours.
Well, yeah. So that means if you're only getting 128, that means you're actually only going to get 12 hours of 1080 and only 6 hours of 4K. So maybe 2 to 3 hours, something like that. Maybe with,
by no means though is this meant to be your new YouTube streaming camera. By no means. This is just for, let's just say you want to get a little birthday party video, or you want to maybe do a little quick hyperlapse, or just walking through a park and you just want to get a little quick video. That's really what this is for, is getting that premium footage wherever you're at.
Yeah, so I would say for a fair warning then, if you were actually wanting to use it for actually doing some filming over, make sure you kind of have all of your stuff already, moved over to a different device or in a cloud or something like that, and just kind of clean it out to where you use it. But yeah, I would definitely recommend like what we have here, which is the Dji Osmo. Now this thing is an awesome camera right here. You can pick up one of these for about $199. It's 4K, 60 frames per second is the highest it goes. I know they out there, don't listen to those people with those hero people. I mean, goodness gracious, I about want to throw them in the box with the iMac users. But I mean,
5K doesn't really exist. You know what I mean? Like, what's 5K? 8K is the newest thing, so they're kind of behind on the 5K.
Well, I mean, let's be real here. The most you're gonna be able to upload right now, even on YouTube, is 4K 60 frames per second. So, in this reality, right now, I would say save your money and get this, because guess what? We've watched all the reviews. This Osmo has way more better stabilization and way more better low light performance than the Hero 9. That's something to tell you for how this is an older design camera.
Now, if you were, since we're a little sidetracked right here, but if you were to get a GoPro, I'd get that GoPro Hero Max, because that's the only thing that's worth it. Otherwise, I don't find anything else worth it. But anyway, going back to the phone though, the Samsung keeps up with them. If anything, the Samsung probably does better than GoPro. Honestly, if you're gonna really get down to it, their stabilization is just incredible. And if you're an iPhone user, I hope you're not watching this unless you're gonna switch. So.
Well, we also watched a lot of reviews for the new Samsung versus the newest iPhone 12. Remember, and this phone here actually has way more better stabilization. Side by side, it's
coloring,
like rock smooth.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah, this thing has all kinds of new features.
Like, you couldn't even notice they fell at all.
Oh, tell them about the zoom. Tell them about the pictures you took of the moon.
Oh yeah, you guys can get one hell of a picture from the moon. I mean, this zoom feature. They outdone themselves on this one, because the S20 Ultra had it, but it was the beginning stages. Now this one, between the software and the newer camera that they put in here, I don't tell you, like, this is the zoom on this camera is so impressive. You get a really damn good picture of the moon. Like, you're talking about, this camera does just as good as a P1000 Nikon digital Coolpix. It's only 25 zoom less than the Coolpix P1000. That's a $1,000 camera. So when you compare this phone, you're getting the hardware, you're getting everything, and Samsung's giving you a zoom lens that does better than a $1,000 camera. You know, that's something to say. That's something to say. So, way to go, Samsung, on that.
And I mean, that's just on the camera aspect. I mean, that's kind of the reason why I pushed for it. I was actually in the market looking for a really good zoom one for like doing photography and stuff like that. And like if you go to the zoo and stuff and you want to get the pictures of the animals and actually like flowers and little lizards that go by. I have a lot of lizards. I have a koi pond. I have all kinds of cool stuff. And I would love to get that super zoom to where it looks like it's like realistically live.
You could even zoom in the water, like to really get that complexion on the fish.
Because this camera, this phone is completely waterproof, so you could actually put it in the water.
I mean, guys, look at that. I mean, not that you can really see because of the way my camera is. It is a 4K cam, go figure, but you really can't get that feature. But I really hate that. But anyway, you can really get the the moon on that. So, I mean, even the crescent. You know what I mean? It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. I mean, we can try. You know, a couple different pictures here.
And just put in retrospect real quick before you show any more though, was him and me both took the picture of the moon at the same time. And so that's what my picture of the moon looked like versus his picture. And this was all the way zoomed. This is using the S20, just the base model 20. This does only 30 times zoom. And oops, I accidentally clicked some stuff on there. But yeah, that's as far as in. But and you saw how his looked. His was outstanding of the moon. I mean, that is crazy.
Because my lighting setup I got going on and my 4K camera's not. But either way, we're going to see if we can't post some pictures up with our video to show you what's going on. But we'll show you some pictures of what it can do.
And also,
what are you feeling about that, though? I mean, how
this is actually pretty cool. And Mark was showing you right there. He's going to show you a little bit about this new screen cover that he's going to put on it. But I actually found out something about this thing too. Also, is that this actually comes with 2 built-in screen protectors. Now, I'm not too sure if this counts as one of the screen protectors. I don't know. It's like a little tab here. You kind of almost want to really rip it off, however.
That's the first one that's on there.
And then there's also a secondary one. So I'm thinking, though, that I'm going to try my best just to leave these alone and not peel these things off. I may just kind of take some scissors and just kind of clip that little tab off so that I don't hesitate, want to peel it off.
I'd probably take out that one. That's probably just a protective screen. The actual screen protector is actually under that one because you want to have good biometrics. You know
okay.
I mean? So... yeah, guys. So this does have a bigger fingerprint sensor, isn't it? Obviously, if you find a YouTuber, they're gonna explain the teardown and like jerry rig everything. He's really big on that. But no, they have the bigger fingerprint sensor. They have a built-in screen protector to really protect their product. Right now, I don't have anything on mine because when I was at Best Buy, I had them put one on. Turns out I wasn't too happy with the product that I bought. However, we're going a more expensive route. But you know, to keep that real good screen quality, I think I'm very impressed that Samsung was willing to put one on from the factory. And looks like he's already playing around the camera.
Why does the camera look real blurry though?
Maybe it might be the cover of it. Did you already take off the? You didn't take it off yet.
Oh. Well, guys, make sure you take off the cover. Whoa. Okay. Yeah. Holy.
Now, see how they blend that in there? You can't really see it.
Yeah, I didn't even actually notice it. It's actually frosted lens, so that they're like, yeah, you gotta take that off, you know. Wow, it almost looks like augmented reality when you're looking at this. It's like a really I've had the S20 in my hand so long, looking at this and how the picture is. From that compared to this just looks like you see a lot more. Like it's like way back. Like it has a lens in there to where it's like really just like everything's really ultra wide.
You haven't even played with everything yet.
No, I haven't messed with everything yet. Oh my god.
Oh, there's so many settings. You can check out all the different cameras. They have a 108 megapixel super zoom. They have the 108 megapixel 3x4. They have a 4x3. They have so many different options now. So what's really cool about this phone though is I just learned there's a director mode. You can do full cinematic photography with this phone. You can do cinematic photography with the phone or manual pictures, just like you're using a DSLR, such as my Canon here. Even such as this. This may just be a mid-range $700 camera.
Wow, however, this thing actually has like digital. This actually has like digital fixing inside of it. I just took a picture.
It does. It's software. It's a software.
This is 100 times zoom, and look how crisp that is. The edges of that and everything. I mean, it's kind of tiny. This is a little symbol next to my air
So
conditioner.
what's cool,
It's
guys,
crazy.
is now that go ahead and put that phone back up. Have your brightness back up. Put your phone back up to the camera. Okay, you guys can see that 120 hertz refresh rate on that phone right now. How it's blinking through the 1080p camera. It's
Now,
very interesting. You can tell.
does it come out of the box with the 120, or is it actually only at 60?
It should be out of the box at 120. You can check the adapted. It's called adaptive brightness in the display settings.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure your camera couldn't keep up even if it was 60. It seems that high refresh rate's really flickering on that camera.
Oh wow, you can choose color tone, natural or bright.
Exactly.
One thing I don't like though yet is that they still have not created this yet. I was actually kind of curious if this had it. I mean, all the other phones previously have not had this feature, but I just thought that it would be a nifty feature to be able to zoom in on your selfie, like an optical zoom or like
Yeah,
a digital
they
zoom
didn't
or
add
something to
that
it.
yet, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
I find that kind of interesting. How come? I mean, I feel like the camera in the front has more than enough quality to do
It's
somewhat
4K
of
60
digital
for the front.
zoom. Wow. Yeah, it definitely has enough, but I find that really interesting. They do have like multi-person and then single person to where it has like a little bit of a
Now I
zoom
do
to it.
have my phone in dark mode, so that's what's going on there. But anyway, going back to
I personally love dark mode.
especially on this device. Wow, guys, like you can even do screen zoom. That's pretty nice. Real nice. See, you can't see much. It's there.
So we can't wait though to show you guys though where we both have ordered something pretty insane. We weren't going to tell you, but I think we'll let you know.
It's not. It's not. It's just a YouTuber's special thing that he does. He sells it to the mass public now, but we're gonna go on and unbox that to our next video and show you how it works and everything. So.
Okay, so we have a really special case then that we're going to put on this thing. We're not going to give you any details yet exactly what that is, I guess, but it's pretty cool. Were you going to give us a demonstration of you hooking up your case, or?
Oh yeah, so this is my the screen protector today. This is not a plastic screen protector. This is not a so-called regular one or a tempered glass or none of. This is actually liquid ceramic. So really different. So this was $50 for this. So you're really paying that premium price. But try to get that nice and clean here. Sorry, I just keep pulling this out. I was really trying to keep it clean, but I ended up touching it. I was trying to get it ready for the application. So we are going to do the application here with us today while he's sitting there setting up his device up. Step 1, we're thoroughly clean all glass surfaces with the cleaner supplied in Statute 1. Remove all traces of adhesive residue from any previously applied screen protector. Allow device to fully dry. Ensure you remove all traces of the cleaner by buffing the glass thoroughly with a microfiber cloth. So, we're going to start with cleaning the device. Oh, look at this. Oh, it's like a specially wet wipe. Oh, that's interesting. This must be their own little chemical, thing they got going on here. So this is to say, wipe on ease application, universal, improved screen strength and 9H hardness. So this is a nano technology, which is really awesome. Has scratch resistant, improved stock protection. We watched some videos. It's just going to keep it from shattering more, honestly. And then it's safe to touch, so it's friendly. But this does say it has a $400 screen protection on scratches and dents or breaks. So I think I'm gonna try out this product. This is bought on Amazon. We can put the link in the description. And there are some disclaimers, but there's nothing that they're pretty much telling you it's not a case. It's not an alternative. It's not 100% shatterproof or scratch-proof, but it's definitely gonna keep it protected. So they said circular motions, clean the screen. So it does smell really good, I will admit. It smells like flowers a little bit. Almost like a Febreze from the smell of it. I'm going to just flip it over here. They said to really get the screen clean. So, and what's nice about this is because not all phones are made equally and everything else with the screens. It doesn't have to be perfectly level to get the screen on. I'm just trying to do all kinds of different circular motions here they said to really get the screen clean. Okay, and then they said to go ahead and just let it dry. Okay. So this is okay. Remove all traces. Okay, allow device to fully dry. So let's go back to you, Michael. We gotta let this fully dry on its own. We can't even wipe it. So we'll get back to this in just a moment.
Oh, okay. I'm just removing some stuff over here on this thing. Trying to get the way I want to have it. I hate having a bunch of icons, so usually the biggest first thing I always do is I go ahead and delete all this stuff here. And then I like to put everything in the corresponding folder. Like all the Google stuff should be in the Google folder. All the Samsung stuff should just be in the Samsung folder. All the Microsoft stuff should just be in the. And then I put I call all this stuff right here. I'm just not working. I call this stuff here, like the calculator, the camera, the clock, calendar, contacts, phone, messages, gallery, settings, and tips. I call that all the phone stuff because that's just phone stuff. I can't have everything that's everywhere. I have to categorize it in like Facebook, Spotify, and YouTube. That's all media. That needs to be in the media folder. Like you gotta put everything in their own thing. I can't handle it all over the place. It drives me insane.
He's weird, everybody.
No, so. I hate icons. Hate them.
But that's part of the phone.
Well, the phone's already at 39%. It didn't. Just so you guys know, it did not come fully charged. When I opened it up and turned it on, it was only at 45%. Now it's at like 38%. But from Mark's standards, we're always supposed to let the phone die first before we recharge it. So I can't do anything.
You want to naturally keep that battery healthy. So don't charge it. Now I will let you guys know on charging aspects. It is wirelessly chargeable. It's reverse chargeable, so you can reverse charge things. The charging goes up to 10 watts for wireless. And then if you're using a 25 watt brick, the phone will charge about 45 minutes to an hour. And if you use wireless charging, it's going to be about an hour and 30 minutes, give or take. Now, if you use a 45 watt one, you're talking about 30 minutes. About 30 minutes on the 45 watt one. It's about $50, but it's definitely going to be worth the buy if you guys are really wanting that juice on the go. Personally, I think I'm going to switch to straight wireless charging just to really prevent any damage to the charger port. This is a $1,200 phone. I'm looking forward to keeping it. Such as this one. As you can see, it's drying still. Got a little touch. We touched a little bit right there. Just don't really want to do that. But one more little cleaning here. Just want to make sure it's nice and clean. But anyway, well, that's drying. But yeah, so it does have all these features. Obviously, you can look up a features page on Samsung or YouTube or whatnot. But we're just trying to give you a basic rundown on how much we love these things. Well, now we did say we wouldn't go back to Samsung. Looks like we're going to keep their products.
Now, to be fair, I don't know about you, but I personally never left Samsung. As you can see, when I left from the S8, I went to the S20, then I went, because it sounds like I'm going backwards, but I went to the Tab S6 right here, which this thing has been absolutely great. Whatever. I mean, this definitely does everything you want to do, but the problem is,
it has some hiccups, but
everything has its hiccups. Everything has its downfalls. Everything has its pros and cons, I would say. I would say the biggest con to this thing was particularly the size. The pro, though, was the size. Like, I wanted something big that I can use. I had this thing. I hooked this thing on my dashboard. While I'm driving, I can slap my finger up there, hit my Spotify, play on my music, do everything I want to do. Everything worked fine. The biggest problem, though, is that for my particular job, I'm not a desk person. Like, if I had a job where I could sit at a desk or, you know, somewhere where I could plop this thing up and just kind of, because I love this stand I bought. It has this little thing here. You just stick it wherever you want it. But the problem is that, so this is why I got the strap too. So I can put it over me and I can slip on my back and I can walk around with it.
Like
and then I have my earpiece.
Like a satchel, you know?
Yeah. It was really nice. However, see, we for some reason thought that these Bluetooth range things would be like excellent to where we could just leave in our truck, whatever. Because me and Mark are people who are out on the go, which was kind of a downfall for us because, like, we're always on the move and we don't want to break this thing. That's why I bought this crazy, you know, big case though. And see, we were both leaving them. On our dash, we had special hooks to hook our thing up. We're like, well, we don't want to carry this around because it's kind of heavy and everything like that. So we were hooking our dash. We got these really cool, which I would definitely recommend. These headsets here. They're really, really good. Commando, for $40, you can't go wrong. For these things.
A Panatronic's $100 headset. I think it's Commando or Commando. I don't know. It's $40. We'll put the link in the description. We'll let you check it out.
Most definitely.
12 hours. You can at least get 10 out of it. 10 out of it officially. And charges in about 15 minutes, fully charged. Even on a charging in your truck, on like the basic crappy chargers, or on a good one, I'd probably recommend a fast charger for it. But
I particularly have a cigarette lighter fast charger in my car, whatever, which they call it a power port now. But that's what it is. It's pretty much what you use to do your cigarettes, and you plug in for one of those things there. Anyhow, though, it's fast charger. In 15 minutes, this thing goes from 0 to 100%. So, I mean, it's excellent, whatever. You definitely get some good range, whatever. I particularly, I work on yards, on lawns, whatever, and so I'm always going to the back of the house, the front yard. You know, for what Mark does, he just goes to the front of the yard. He don't have to go all the way back. So for him, it works.
I'm a delivery driver.
Yeah, so for him, it's excellent. He just runs that door and goes back away. No issues, right? Well, for me, however, it gets a little more complicated because, see, I'm actually going behind large obstacles to where Bluetooth starts to deteriorate the farther you go behind something, and different densities of metal and different, you know, things that play a factor to, you know, Wi-Fi signals, transmission signals.
He gets the range from his. I get the hours from mine. So I get the battery life. He gets the range. So he doesn't work as many hours as I do sometimes, depending on the day. And I can definitely say, even when he's home and I'm still working, I'm still talking on the headset all the time. So
yeah, this thing like never dies. That's why I even bring it home. I worked with it all day. I come home. I'm using it right now to listen to on my computer for just talking back and forth. You know, I'm not actually using the microphone on this thing, but I'm using it just to listen to. We got our blue microphone for that.
Exactly. We'll say he's got a Galaxy Earbuds Pro. Not the Pro. I'm sorry, the Plus. Galaxy Buds Plus, which are these guys right here. I'm using in the night.
Oh, that's right. I got a great deal. Okay, so when you buy the phone from the Samsung, $5 to add on. It was special promotion. And also, like I said before, I'm not paying the full price. This is what would you say this was, a $1,200 phone? Alright, $100 phone, and then for my particular phone, which, of course, you know, I'm a klutz here. I have a little bit of a crack going on down the bottom there, so it's not in the greatest condition, right? They're still gonna give me $550 to trade this in for this new phone, which I have 15 days to return it, which I just got the new phone, just got the box right here. So now all I gotta do is slap this thing in that huge thing right there, and resend it back.
Just pop.
Yeah, that's
so what's nice is you get
you get all the stuff you need to put it right back.
And you print out your shipping label. So right, so it's usually $1,200 doing a spring sale for $1,000, then doing a trade-in, the trade-up program. So even with a crack, you're still gonna get about $500 for that phone.
So out the door after tax for this brand new phone you see in my hand, I only paid $702. That was it. That's not just for this phone though. That's for this phone plus the brand new Galaxy Plus earbuds.
Right.
But for some reason there's like a delay to how long it comes. Like this came now, but the next ones won't come until the April 13th or something like that. But it's whatever. I'm still gonna get it, and that's the point. Yes.
Yeah. So I only paid $100 more. I went to Best Buy and got it. I mean, I really only paid $100 more just for the fact of my taxes. The taxes where I live is just, it's the States. I live in the States. If you guys are watching this from another state, but or country or whatever, I'm in Pennsylvania. But it just seems the taxes really put a doozy on it because it was only $750, and then obviously the promotion and whatnot, you know, it still came out to $800. So he got a little bit better deal because he had a trade-in. I didn't have a trade-in, so vice versa. You pay the price any way you look at it. So not really.
But the deal though is he could have got a deal and got all this if he realized from the Samsung website, which is where I went to ever, because he found this thing like, wait a minute, what? Because see, he has all those Note series there. Those Note series are still worth some money. I'm not too sure if there was as good of a trade-in as
it was only been $150, so I still got a better deal going on Best Buy.
So realistically, they really just wanted last year's product, which was this right here, the S24, a whopping, you would have got 7-something. So if you have a phone right now, if your phone's in great condition for this, whatever, and you bought
Apple, Samsung, they take all of them, yeah.
Yeah, so even if you guys went out there and you bought, let's say, the S20, whatever, just when it went on sale for like 6-something, right now, if you go onto Samsung, you could trade in and get a $770 credit, whatever, to go towards the new phone, to where you're only paying a little smaller differential. You know, like 6-something, plus you can grow in those things.
What's cool, everybody, is I have the Galaxy Watch, okay? This is actually fairly new. I think it only came out like maybe a year ago. I mean, they already upgraded the Galaxy Watch 3. It's crazy. So they've already released 2 more editions. So what I'm doing is I'm trading this in for almost full value that I paid for, $200. I'm getting $200 for how much I paid for it at Best Buy. I paid it 180. I'm getting 200 from it. And I bought the new watch. I only paid 150 for the new Galaxy Watch 3, all the new doodads and whistles, trading in like he is. We're going to be doing an unboxing on his channel as well, really showing the quality of the new watches compared to the old one, and doing a really neat test run. So just something to look forward to. Just kind of relate that trading, you know.
Absolutely.
So yeah. So everybody, it looks like the screen is dry. Let's see what we can do. Backed it a little bit. Looks like we got a bit of a. I really have to be very careful here. There's a bit of a. Okay. So now then, do number 2. All right. This is a nano surface, nano covering.
Yeah, this is something very new. I've never done anything like this. Neither has Mark.
Okay, so looks like I'm gonna be using this really quick to buff out anything it says. They want me to use the one they provide.
So, are you actually able to know you put this code on there, or not really?
Not unless you see me. I mean, besides see me doing it. That's about it. So they said to really buff the glass out.
How do you peel this off if, for say, something did happen to that screen?
I don't know. Well, the screen is just one component, so
well, no, I'm saying though, like if something damaged the protector that's on there, how do you remove that to fix it? Or do you just rub more nanoparticles on it? Is it self-repairing or something, or?
It's a self-repairing thing, yeah, something like that. I don't know.
Okay. So maybe you could put more solution on it then at a later date, and that would just like buff out the scratches or something.
Who knows? We'll have to see some action.
Okay.
All right, so now we can do this. So it looks like using the coating wipes applied. Wait. Oh, so I actually got to use this. It says, in a circular motion, apply liquid ceramic to the glass and start using the coating wipes applied in sachet 2. Oh, maybe there's one in here. Let's find out. Oh, is that it? Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, it's actually on this. How interesting is that?
So you just kind of wipe it on.
So what's interesting, this has a very fruity smell. Okay, so in a circular motion, apply liquid ceramic to the glass surface using the coating wipes applied in sachet 2. Make sure the screen is completely coated, including edges. Alright, so here we go. Oh, wow. That's really... You can really see that, can't you? You can really see that, What do you think, Michael? You can really see that coating, can't you?
Oh, yeah, it's very bubbly.
This says to make sure you get the edges real good, so...
Well, that's usually where the phone cracks, is the edges, so... yeah, you better get those edges good. Because, see, me and Mark, we have this belief system that Samsung kind of makes their phone screens too tight. Because we always seem to have a crack happen by the corners. Except for this S8. This S8 is pretty remarkable. I've never seen this happen before, where it actually cracks in the dead center of the phone in the middle of the side. Right, where is it? Right there.
It seems the more you do this, the more it starts to really spread.
Okay, so you got to really get that layer on there thick. Hopefully you like it, because I don't know how you get it off.
Well, this is actually, I don't know, I never really thought about all that. But, I guess we're going to find out later on at a later date. So, I'm just trying to get it as good as I can, because they said to get it on there. So, kind of get real good circular motions here. I'm just trying to really get it on there. I know I probably could have stopped a little bit ago, but nice big circular motions. All right, so one more time for good time's sake. All right,
wax on, wax off.
Now it says, allow glass to cure for at least 30 minutes with when a dry residue will be visible on the glass. So I have to wait 30 minutes for this. So what we're going to do is get on our computer here, our PC, and set a little timer, and see what we can't do here. Now,
so it looks like we're probably not going to have enough time then today to see how this fully cures, but we'll definitely have a follow-up video probably next time when we do talk about our special cases that we're getting and also the watch. Whichever one comes first,
now,
we'll go to...
What we want you to let you know, though, is this relates to that case thing. So this is why I'm doing this, because this relates to the type of case we bought and why we bought it. So really want to let you guys know. And if anything, all you guys are going to really see is this is going to be kind of like they said, it's going to be like a white residue pretty much. Be kind of white, and then you're going to buff it out. It's almost like putting wax on a car. That's the best way, a clear coat on a paint on a car. I guess that's the best way I could probably describe this. But instead, this is a liquid ceramic with nanotechnology. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, $50 is $50. Whether you look at it anyway, if you're going to put 3 more screen protectors on, if you're going to do this and call it a day. So we'll see the durability of it. You guys can look at YouTube for it. And see you later.
Yep, looks like we're going to be wrapping everything up. Like I said, we have all kinds of cool things we're going to be coming at you with it. And also just a little interesting thing, if you guys didn't already realize that, is that between the Samsungs, see how the camera was here? It's a flat, no bump. Then they moved up to a bump. And then now this new one has a major bump. So it's a huge bump they put on these guys now, which is kind of interesting as how these cameras get bigger and bigger.
Real embedded, though. Yeah, before we do,
really embedded.
Look at this one. Yeah, so really.
Exactly. So there's a lot of cool things out there with the features of cameras, whatever. I hope you guys love Samsung. We certainly do. We've been with Samsung through thick and thin, it seems like. I mean, there's some things that happens, but you know, things happen. Carriers are another thing that's a big problem. You can't always blame the phone company. You know, the carriers have a lot of issues with themselves too. And I certainly believe that I found a carrier that I'm probably going to stick with for life or for at least a long time until something crazier and cooler comes out. And that is Mint Mobile. So I definitely recommend. Ryan Reynolds is the one who runs that cool show. So I would definitely say go ahead and check out if you want something that works for unlocked phones, any unlocked phone you have, not just for Samsung. I hope you get a Samsung though. But I hope this really helped you, influence you to say yes, you really want this.
You can buy the Mint Mobile as well. So if you're looking to pick it up in store.
Exactly, so. And I would say also go ahead, hit up that Samsung website if you want to get this thing. Definitely, if you already own a flagship product, whatever, there's no sense just letting it sit around. Heck, I could even trade in this old piece of crap, this SA, for some money. I mean, it's only worth $50. But I mean, hey, that's still money in your pocket towards this bad boy. So go ahead, you can trade in watches, you can trade all kinds of crazy cool stuff, trade in tablets, whatever you got. You just gotta go to that website, check it out. I hope you guys really find the stuff that we're talking about influential for you, and just go ahead and like, subscribe. Tell us in the comments below what you think. Like I said. Yep, turn those notifications on, and also go ahead and check out those links. We are going to be going ahead. We're going to post those links down below about almost everything we talked about. We're going to throw the earpiece in there. We're going to throw that cool watch in. I don't know. We're probably not going to throw in the special case because it's a secret. But we'll go ahead and throw in the link though to this new Samsung device.
This new coating to let you guys know.
Yeah, we'll throw that coating in there too. So yeah, hope you
guys
enjoy.
And we'll even throw in a nanotechnology shield that he's going to go with for his device. So we're going to give you 2 options here. If you want more like this kind where you don't have the screen protector on, or if you want one with the screen protector on. So you know, we'll see what the differences are. The only thing I can say with this is going to be your full HD. You know, your full AMOLED display is still going to be able to do this, and your fingerprint, but we'll see the differences. So we'll do that comparison video, and we'll also do the special case review in that comparison video as well. So just stay tuned and look out for that watch unboxing that's coming up. So, all right, back to you, Michael. Let's go ahead and get this wrapped up, and let our friends here have a wonderful night.
All right, guys. Thanks for sticking around if you're still with us. It's been a good time. I think we had a great talk. I think we kind of covered everything that we could possibly cover about these topics at this time. Of course, if there's any kind of questions or anything crazy you want to see us hit you up and kind of, you know, tell you about later on, go ahead, drop that comment, let us know. Like I said, if you talk to us, we will respond and we will let you know these answers. So thank you all very, very much for being part of this stream today. All right, see you guys.